Is America resegregating by class? I'm Tim DeRoche, and this is the K-12 Beat. I want to look at this recent column by David Brooks in the New York Times, America's New Segregation. He talks about the fact that we are increasingly segregated by class, and in addition to that, we're often segregated by our political viewpoints. So Americans seem to be clustering with people who are of the same income level as themselves, the same education level as themselves, and the same political views as themselves. I agree with David that this is a huge problem in our country. A few years ago, I actually made a concerted effort to go out and follow a whole bunch of people with different views than myself, just trying to find people of goodwill who thought things that I did not think. I really recommend that. I do want to point out, where does this segregation start? I would argue this segregation by class and by education level starts in our public schools, right? We assign kids, as we talk about all the time at Available to All, we assign kids to schools based on where they live. I don't think that people who designed our public school system knew prices were going to become so distorted, and that real estate prices were going to drive really massive levels of segregation in neighborhood by income levels. So when you assign kids to schools based on that, what you end up with is most of the wealthier kids in the schools for wealthier kids, and you end up with a lot of low-income kids all clustered together. I don't think it's healthy for our society. Let's break this connection between your address and which public school you go to. Let's find people who want the same kind of school as I do, whether or not they're in my class, whether or not they're at the same education level. Maybe we have similar values of education, and let's allow for that to happen within the public school system. So, great article from David. I would encourage you all to take a look.